Hello indie game lovers, nerds and nerdettes, my name is Feniks and this is Indie Game News. Alright, first things first, if you're a regular to the series, you can skip this intro by using timestamps in the description. For the rest of you, quick intro. In this series we are going to focus on all the hot news from the world of indie games. Today we are looking at base building and survival genre. These videos are packed with information, so sit back, take your time and stay focused for the next few minutes. Feel free to pause at any time. I cover other genres as well, so feel free to check my channel afterwards. Okay guys, since you all know how it works, let's start with the updates of already released games. Many thanks to Character 222 for recommending our first update of this month. Remember guys that you can always contact me with games that you think deserve to be featured. Kenshi has seen several updates in April, with recent 0.95.32 update coming to stable branch. Kenshi is an early access, free roaming, squad-based, survival-based building sandbox RPG, that was a mouthful. Focusing on the open-end sandbox game features rather than a linear story. You can research new equipment and craft new gear, purchase and upgrade your own buildings, to use them as a safe fortified havens when the things go bad, or use them as to start a business. You will be able to aid and oppose various factions in the world while striving for strength and wealth necessary to simply survive in a harsh desert. You will train your men up from puny victims to master warriors, carry your wounded squad mates to the safety, and get them all home alive. The game has come really long way from its initial release on the early access in 2013. Developers are very active and we see usually 1 or 2 updates per month. Judging from the updates, we are not far away from the final release, so definitely a game worth keeping an eye on. Another update comes from Astroneer. This planetary base builder has seen the release of augments and research curve update. This adds, as you can probably guess, augments that you can now attach to your tools to upgrade them or also change their behavior. It adds a bunch of new items and greatly increases functionality of the terrain tool. You can now analyze the terrain, allowing you to only collect specific type of terrain, more options with sizes and brushes, and increases the difficulty curve, making research chests more sparse. I have to add it, however, that this is the point to be concerned, and as many developers often confuse making the game more tedious with making the game more difficult, so you will have to decide for yourself or read some opinions on forums. Factorio has been updated finally to version 0.15, making many significant changes to the game. We will see such changes as complete research overhaul, 4 new science packs, military, production, high-tech and space. Space science packs are now generated by launching rockets, and we will see the addition of infinite research. You will have access to a new nuclear power source, and use the great improvements to blueprints, allowing you to keep blueprints between the different games and share them online. Finally, you will be able to recreate your favorite base layout with one click. A part of that, we'll see new map improvements, new train wagon for transportation fluid, infinitive mining productive research. Fuel types will now affect top speed and acceleration, meaning possible end of wood power tanks. The recipe has been added to transfer coal into oil, and we will see many graphical improvements and many more changes to the game. Check the link in the description for more. Factorio is still one of the highest ranked games on Steam, standing on an outstanding 98.5% positive review score, making it second best rated game ever, just 0.5% behind Portal 2. Yeah, so if you're a base builder fan and somehow don't have it yet, you totally should. Final update of this month comes from Atomic Society. Atomic Society Pre-Alpha 6 has been released and is available on developers' website. This update adds many new additions to the game. Prison system allows the player to set their own punishment for crimes committed by their citizens, allowing for greater tweaks to citizens' behavior. Post-apocalyptic world is harsh and cruel, so prison system, there is also the option to execute your prisoners for truly hideous crimes. Be careful, however, as not everything is black and white. Sometimes people get accused and sentenced based on false evidence. Game adds new biomes and more variety in citizen preferences, sanitation and many improvements to AI. If you are new to the game, Atomic Society, as you probably figure out by now, is settlement simulator set in post-apocalyptic world. Not only will you manage building and resources, but most importantly, the game is about rebuilding and reshaping society. Atomic Society puts greater emphasis on social issues in your society than most, and keeping your settlement from collapsing into chaos is one of the primary challenges. Okay, nerds and nerdettes, we have only one release this month, Hearthlands. Hearthlands is a medieval fantasy city building game in which you take role of the ruler on a procedurally generated world. You cannot control your subjects directly, instead you will focus on city building, research management, diplomacy, heroes, magic, and other things of typical king deals. The game praises itself for being very flexible. You can build a powerful realm and rule the land with the iron grip, or establish a humble fisherman village, create a trading empire, raiders camp, or become the host of Wizard Manor. All characters from Howler to Hero have their own unique AI and behavior patterns. Hearthlands has received 87% positive review score on Steam. Alright, times for announcements. Astrobase Command has been announced to release in November next year, with option to join Alpha Early Access as early as August this year, via its currently ongoing Kickstarter. Astrobase Command is a colony simulator that allows you to take charge of a space station orbiting one of the planets. Your job will be to build a 3D astrobase from modular and gameplay customizable sections, and then assign your personality-driven crew to jobs to keep the simulation running. Factors like research logistics, power distribution are modeled in detail. From the custodians and maintenance personnel to the top scientists and engineers, it is your organization to build. The RPG system in Astrobase Command is skill-based, supplemented with stats to determine crew performance and productivity, plus the procedurally generated personalities, which influence all the gameplay. There is also morale, non-trivial health, and the things one would expect from RPG simulation made by professionals. If you are interested in supporting this project, as always, check the links in the description for its Kickstarter website. Okay, time for the final update of this month. Creators of This War of Mine have released a second trailer to their new title, Frostpunk. And finally we have some more details about the game. Frostpunk is a steampunk city builder and survival game set on forever frozen planet. In the ultimately frozen world, people developed steam-powered technology to oppose overwhelming cold. Your job as the city ruler is to manage both the inhabitants and infrastructure the citizens live in. You will face many technical challenges, frequently questioning morality and the basic foundation of what we consider to be organized society. Similar to This War of Mine, optimization and resource management often clash with empathy and thoughtful decision making. While city and society management will be your primary goal, at some point exploration of outside world is necessary to understand the history and present state. Game is set to come out in the second half of 2017. Okay guys, that's it in this month Indie Game News. Thank you everybody for watching Indie Game News, and if you know of any other games that should be featured in the next month update, or release the game yourself, please contact me at writetoFeniks@gmail.com or tweet to me at Feniks_gaming. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe for more Indie Game News on my channel. Thank you everybody for watching, and I'm looking forward to chatting to you in the comment section down below. Nerds and Nerdettes, my name is Feniks, and it was a pleasure to have you here. Take care.